Hello, English learners. Let's clearly explain Amartya Sen's capability approach, a groundbreaking idea in economics, philosophy, and development studies. Sen, a Nobel Prize-winning economist, argues that true human well-being should be measured by people's real freedoms and opportunities, not just money or happiness. I'll break it down step by step with simple explanations and example sentences you can repeat for practice. Core idea. The capability approach focuses on what people are actually able to do and to be. Traditional economics looks at income or resources. Sen says these are only means, not the end. Development should expand people's freedoms to lead the lives they value. Economic growth is not an end in itself. It must serve human freedoms. Poverty is not just low income, it is the deprivation of basic capabilities. Key concepts. Functionings are the valuable things a person achieves, like being healthy, educated, or socially active. Examples of functionings include being well-nourished, participating in community life, or having self-respect. Capabilities are the real opportunities or freedoms a person has to achieve those functionings. A capability is the set of possible functionings a person can choose from. The difference between fasting and starving is one of capability. Both have the same functioning, not eating, but only fasting involves choice. Capabilities reflect freedom of choice, not just outcomes. Two people may have the same resources but different capabilities due to personal or social factors. A disabled person may need more resources to achieve the same mobility as an able-bodied person. Women in some societies face barriers that limit their capabilities despite equal legal rights. Conversion factors, personal, social, environmental, affect how resources turn into capabilities. Why it matters. Income alone cannot measure well-being because people convert resources differently. A person with a bicycle in a flat city has greater mobility capability than one in a hilly area. The approach highlights inequalities hidden by average income figures. Gender gaps often showing capabilities like education or employment opportunities. Empowering women expands capabilities for entire families and societies. Sen uses this to explain why no major famine has occurred in a functioning democracy. Democracies provide information and public pressure, capabilities that prevent entitlement failures. Famine is not caused by lack of food, but by lack of capability to access food. The capability approach influences global measures like the Human Development Index, HDI. It shifts focus from GDP growth to human development and justice. Applications and examples. In policy, governments should remove obstacles to capabilities like discrimination or poor healthcare. Education increases capabilities by opening choices in work and life. Healthcare expands the capability to live a long and active life. Social safety nets protect vulnerable people's basic capabilities. Climate change threatens capabilities by limiting access to clean water or safe living. Sen contrasts his view with utilitarian approaches that only measure happiness. Happiness can adapt to bad conditions. A deprived person may report being happy. Capabilities focus on objective freedoms, not subjective feelings alone. What matters is not just what happens, but what a person is free to make happen. The approach supports human rights as essential capabilities. Famous sentences from Sen. Development consists of the removal of unfreedoms. Freedom is both the primary end and the principal means of development. Capabilities are the substantive freedoms to achieve alternative lifestyles. Poverty is capability deprivation. We have to go beyond income poverty to understand human deprivation. Practice sentences. Explain the capability approach in your own words. How does capability differ from income as a measure of well-being? Give an example of how social factors affect capabilities. Why does Sen emphasize freedom over resources? The capability approach helps us understand gender inequality better. Democracy enhances capabilities through public reasoning. Health and education are essential capabilities. Policy should aim to expand capability sets for all. Sen's ideas changed how we measure human progress. Understanding capabilities helps build a more just society. This approach remains influential worldwide for its human-centered view. Practice these sentences in conversations or writing. Which part interests you most?